We're in the back here of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and no man better to want to be joined with than Terence Crawford here in London. Enjoying being over in the UK, mate?
Man, listen, I'm enjoying my stay in the UK. You know, it's a little cold, but it's cold back at home, so you know everything is great.
I see you was just in Uzbekistan as well. Conor Benn warm, colder. It must be colder there.
No, it actually was way warmer in Uzbekistan than it was here. You know, it was a little chilly at night, but you know, nothing too crazy yet.
I see you linking up with Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah, how was that? How was that experience? I guess being with two pound for pound greats.
Oh, that's my guy. So you know, every time we hook up and every time we see each other, it's nothing but love. You know, and support of each other, and you know, it was great catching up with him.
Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr versus Conor Benn 2 tonight. Yeah, how are you looking forward to the fight? Obviously, back in Eubank with obviously Bomac and Co in the corner. But yeah, how are you looking at the fight tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be a good fight. You know, I think the first fight was a great fight. I think, you know, Conor did what he was able to do. I think Chris was doing what he was able to do. But I just think Chris was a little more seasoned in the big moments. You know, and his experience carried him over to that victory. But being that Conor has been in the ring with him before, you know, I think it's going to make for a different and a more interesting fight. But I give Chris the edge on this fight as well as the first one.
You've been with Bomac your whole career in a team. But if you're someone like Chris who, you know, he's newly working with him, what boost do you think the team that you have gives for someone like Eubank?
I think, you know, my team, you know, give to Chris is work ethic. You know, putting the work in. You know, once you put the work in, then everything else is second nature.
Yeah. Got to ask you, bud, how's life now? You know, beating Canelo, obviously a massive win for yourself. How has life been since then, if you're being honest?
Busy, but at the same time the same, but it's definitely been busier. You know, that's all really was changed.
Yeah. Like, I guess, how do you reflect on that night? Doing something that cementing the greatness that so many people said that you couldn't do, once again proving the odds. How do you reflect on that incredible night against Canelo Alvarez?
I feel great. You know, like I said before, you know, all the other people that doubted me, they were surprised. I wasn't surprised because I did what I said I was going to do from day one. So once I did it, it wasn't nothing too exciting for me.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Look, I've got to ask you, what is next for yourself? Have you really thought about what's next?
And I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Does a 160 move entice you, if you're being honest? If you look at Janabek,
I'm chilling.
Could I push you, I guess, like, in your heart of hearts? Like, do you,
in my heart of heart, I'm chilling.
Okay, just chilling then. So,
I'm not worried about
no answer on a 160 move or Janabek or whatnot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about nothing right now. I'm worried about, you know, my kids, and that's it right now.
Yeah, good stuff. Crawford, appreciate the time, mate. Always good to see you, man. Thank you.